it's Sam, aka River Moose, and I'm doing my book challenges for Booktube 2015, and I'm cutting it kind of close because Booktube-a-thon starts in about an hour, and I haven't filmed this yet. Not for lack of trying, so maybe 50th time will be the charm. So for challenge number 1, read a book with blue on the cover. I'm going with Forget About Love by Lee Sang-un. I got it right for once. Lee Sang-un. It's a Korean manga about a girl who wakes up in the hospital after an accident with no memory about her life before said accident. And it's quite cute. This will also be my book for challenge number 5, which is finish a book without letting go of it. So, it's the only one who's viable for that challenge because it is a manga. So, that one. Challenge number 2, read a book by an author who shares the same first letter of your last name. I can't read out loud. For that, I'm reading The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. And all I know about it is that it's about kids with powers and it's a trilogy, which that describes about half the YA genre. But my friend's been wanting me to read this, so I'm gonna read this one. Sorry if I don't sound too excited. It's 11 o'clock at night, and I've filmed this video like 5,000 times already. I'm excited for Booktube-a-thon though. So let's keep going. Number 3, read someone else's favorite book. For that challenge, I will be reading A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. It's my friend Anna's favorite book, and I don't have a physical copy of it, but I will be reading it on my Kindle. I have no idea what that one's about. I already said challenge number 5, and challenge number 6 is read a book you really want to read. I skipped challenge number 4 because I'm not smart. Challenge number 4 is read the last book you acquired, which is What If by Randall Munroe. Yeah, and the tagline at the top pretty much describes this book. It's serious scientific answers to absurd hypothetical questions. So that one, don't kill me, it's heavy. And then, as I said, challenge number 6, read a book you really want to read. I will be reading 2 books for this. The one by Kira Cass, which I haven't read yet, and Shadowhunter's Codex by Cassandra Clare and Joshua Lewis, and It Keeps Falling. And this book is actually really pretty. Like, if you look at it without the dust jacket, it's just like a really pretty book. So, yeah. I got this book like 2 Christmases ago, and I still haven't read it, like, in its entirety. I've read bits and pieces of it, so just want to read that one already. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books, and then the 7th challenge was read 7 books. So I didn't think this far. I was going to read City of Heavenly Fire, and then I realized that that book is gigantic and wasn't going to work for this challenge. So the book I picked for that is Will Grayson, Will Grayson. It's the only John Green novel I have yet to read, and I've really been wanting to read it, so that'll be my 7th book. It's reasonably short. I mean, it's not short, it's like 300 something pages, or 200 something. I don't know. I'm very bad at judging how long a book is. How long is this book? Acknowledgements 310, so yeah. So, that one. Because it's a lot shorter than City of Heavenly Fire, which clocks in at 725. It's considerably shorter. So, those are my 6 books. These 6 plus the 7th, which is Court of Thorns and Roses. But yeah, this is like a sizable amount of reading, like just this alone, which I'm gonna put down before I kill myself with accidentally. And I'm gonna move on to the rest of my August TBR, just because I don't want to post 2 videos of just straight TBR. So 2 in 1. So as for the rest of August, I only have 3 other books on my TBR because they're all fairly long and school is starting in about 3 weeks. I mean, I have 4 books if you include my summer reading, which is The Outliers, The Story of Success by Malcolm, I want to say Gladwell, but that's not what I think it is. Malcolm Gladwell, I think that's what it is. I don't feel like looking at my Kindle, but I'm about 40% through it, and I have retained nothing other than the fact that he wants to talk about Canadian hockey players. It's so boring, but it's school reading, so I have to do that. On to books that I actually want to read in August. That would be Awkward Leaning, because I have to grab gigantic books. Panic by Lauren Oliver. I started reading this in like the 8th grade, and then I never finished it, so I'm gonna actually finish that. I don't even remember what the book looks like. It's just gray. I like some of Lauren Oliver's other books. I tend to like her standalones. I didn't like Delirium very much. I only read the first book in the trilogy, and then I kind of got bored in like halfway through the second one, which I think was Requiem, but I could be wrong. I don't remember the third one's name, but finally want to read Panic in its entirety. Yeah, I know Panic is like super old at this point, but next book for August TBR is The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey, because my friend Anna, who I've mentioned I think like 4 times already in this video, will murder me if I don't read this soon. And I do want to read it, and so August. And then of course City of Heavenly Fire, which I already mentioned, which is a monster of a book, and I feel like should count for like 3 books all on its own. This will take me like a solid week or 2 of reading if I'm not in school. Like, I'm gonna keep dropping things. I do have like the really pretty edition though, with like the really pretty dust jacket, if I can slide it off without destroying things, which has all the artwork. So like, yeah, I really like that. So awkwardly puts the dust jacket back on book. I can't do things. So yeah, that would be August TBR and Booktube-a-thon 2015 TBR. I have a lot of reading to do. I should probably get this video posted because I've got about not too much left in today. So see you guys in like one of the other 3 videos I'm probably gonna film tonight. So forgive the Ariel sweater like 4 times in